Hey, this is GatorX, and yes, we've got the next Trick or Trade booster bundle that I'm going to be opening up here. Sorry it's taken so long to get to it. It's been a busy month, but let's go ahead, open this up, and see what kind of cool cards are inside, because I have no idea what's actually in the set itself. It is really funny how it does kind of feel like a big package of candy, but yeah, these are what the packs look like this year. That's pretty cool. They're a cool blue. I'm gonna set these off to the side. We'll pull them in, and we'll just kind of go through all the packs. My goal is to get a complete set, and I have a really cool draft box with all the cards from the sets across the year. So let's just open these up. There are 3 cards per pack. And I think I mentioned I'm not going to do as much cutting as I normally do in TCG videos. So we got the Lampent, Pheasantipede as one of the cards, and a Pumpkaboo. Man, wow, look at that rarity. That's actually really interesting. It looks very similar to the promo rarity, or the promo holo effects, or the holo effects that we see in the promo cards, rather than what we normally see in the main sets, which is typically what is used for the TCG. But that is pretty interesting there. Of course, they all look great with the stamp there. So hey, that's the first pack. Not gonna do a lot of fanfare leading into the next one, so let's keep going. But I think I will just make sure not to talk while I'm opening packs. You got a Litwick, an Okidogi, and a Gourgeist. Ooh boy, that Gourgeist art is really cool. But yeah, looks like we got a bunch of the lousy 3 in the packs here. Yeah, next pack. So, I'm guessing Monkey Dory is going to be somewhere. Got an Umbreon. Ooh, that's pretty cool. A Pikachu. I think we see this Pikachu just about every set. And then Griever. That one, I believe, was also in the last set. The thing, I think I have to come up with a different way of opening these packs, because I think my normal way is a little odd. Houndour, cool, got a Houndour there. Fluttermane, and a Houndstone. That Houndstone was also in the last set, I believe. But yeah, the Fluttermane there, that's a good one. It's pretty crazy too, seeing a good card like that here. I think actually we may have to go with some scissors instead to make opening so many packs a lot easier. Yeah, I think that might work out, because then it's also a little better. I can talk a bit more too. We got a Houndoom here. That's cool. A Houndoom to go with the Houndour we saw. Mimikyu and a Screamtail. Again, it is just so weird seeing some of the Paradox Pokemon here. But yeah, Mimikyu, and also just that being one of the good Mimikyus. I think that was in last set. But yeah, now we got it with a different holo pattern. That's strange though. Well, not strange, but it just feels like, oh, okay, cool. We're getting a lot of the same Pokemon repeating, or not necessarily same Pokemon, but same exact cards as last year. Haunter, Gengar as the rare here, and a Quaxly. Whoa, so it looks like we're also going to get some of the Paldea starters, because Quaxly, definitely not a spooky Pokemon. Fuecoco would fit a lot better, eventually becoming Skeledirge. But yeah, got the Gengar there, the poison one. That's why it's darkness type in the TCG. So, something a little different, because I believe all the other Gengars in previous years were all Psychic type for Ghost. Got a Ghastly, a Darkrai, ooh boy, and a Phantom there. Yet another Phantom. I feel like Phantom ends up there in just about every year. But hey, that Darkrai looks pretty sick. Yeah, the artwork, and I think this holo effect looks pretty cool. Although, the downside is that with Pokemon cards, I feel like a lot of Pokemon cards as of late have just been lower quality. I mean, at least, the US ones that we're getting, or the English ones. And the ones from these packs just kind of feel like that. Got an Iron Jugulus. Now, that's another interesting, weird one to kind of include in the set. I guess it is kind of weird and scary. But it's a normal type here, I guess. Sinistcha and a Trevenant. Ooh, that Trevenant art is pretty cool. But Sinistcha definitely does make sense for a Pokemon to have here. So we're getting some good diversity in the packs, and like I said, I actually have a draft box that I update every year with cards from the Trick or Trade sets. There we go, there's the Fuecoco hanging out there. We got an Teal Mask Ogerpon, okay, and a Poltergeist as well. That will let us, evolve. But hey, yeah, it really is odd. I guess you could argue Ogerpon fitting in there. It's got a mask, for Halloween. But I feel like now the Trick or Trade booster bundles are much less so Halloween themed, and more so just, generic trick or treat thing you know, to give out. We got a Chandelure, yet another Chandelure in these. A Monkey Dory, there it is, not you, not you. This is the crazy good one. And we got a Sprigatito as well. But yeah, it is really interesting seeing that Trick or Trade now just kind of seems like a general, at least, you know, the contents of it, because yeah, the Pikachu, I mean, Pikachu was always there, but now we got Sprigatito and Ogerpon. You know, the justification, I guess, normally is like all the lousy 3 trio. They are poison types in the game, which is, which I guess, you know, you could say fits the theme. But we got a Lampent here, a Pheasantipity, and then the Pumpkaboo at the end. That's pretty good, and well, that's pretty cool. The Pumpkaboo is, at least. So I don't know how I'll personally go about things with my draft box. If you'd like to see a video eventually of me talking about that, I can go ahead and do that. Litwick, Okidogi, and a Gourgeist. So yeah, it definitely is going to be a very easy set to complete. That's another thing I do like about the Trick or Trade booster bundles, is that, you know, doing videos on them, it's like, oh, you know, you get a good, you get to show off what's inside, Umbreon, Pikachu, and a Greavard. And, you know, if you want to complete the set, it is very easy to do that. Which, you know, I like having it. It's not that it's a big deal to have, ooh, I have a complete set of Trick or Trade booster bundle, you know, just for the sake of it, with all the cute little, the Pikachu pumpkin there. Houndour, Fluttermane, and a Houndstone. And also, you know, for cards that are pretty good competitively, it's also cool to have the stamped version there, because it looks nice. But I think we might be, yeah, I'm not really seeing anything new anymore. Houndoom, Mimikyu, and Screamtail. So I think we might be just about finished with it. Unless there's any, you know, other big surprises in the holo spots. So we'll keep an eye out for that. We got a Haunter, Gengar, and a Quaxly. So we'll have to see how things go with that. It would be really interesting to see, you know, what other holos we got. Ghastly, a Darkrai, and Phantom. That Darkrai does look pretty sweet. Yeah, this is another one of those things that, like, I didn't spoil myself for it, or I didn't look into what cards are in the set, because I think it's also, you know, really fun to discover things. Got an Iron Jugulis, Sinistcha, and a Trevenant as well. The 2 grass buddies hanging out there. You know, 2 grass ghost Pokemon like that. Very interesting, you know, that we see that typing repeated. Hang on, Sinistcha is a ghost type, right? Why am I blanking on that? We have Fuecoco here, Teal Mask Ogerpon, and Poltergeist as well. Chandelure. I think just Chandelure definitely is like one of the cool Pokemon to always just kind of complete the set. Monkey Dory and a Sprigatito. Yeah, like I was saying about, you know, important Pokemon in the actual trading card game with the stamp there. That's always neat to have that option. And I forgot we're cutting off the tops of these. A Lampent, Pheasantipity, and a Pumpkaboo. Also, I hope maybe slamming down my scissors or setting them down after every cut, I hope that doesn't get too distracting. Litwick, Okidogi, and a Gourgeist. So yeah, it seems like definitely just about hit completion for this. Like I said, very easy set to get through if you open a handful of these packs. Umbreon, Pikachu again, and a Greavard, which is definitely why they the packs are, you know, they people just cannot get rid of them afterwards. If you get one of them, or if you get one, like, yeah, if you get one, you basically got the whole thing. Houndour, Fluttermane, and a Houndstone. But I think that's a good thing, because I remember when the first ones came out back in 2022, there was like just really stupid, like, oh, scalpers buying them and holding on to them when it's like they're literally worthless, basically. Houndoom, Mimikyu, and a Screamtail. Haunter, I gotta say, I do like that art on that Haunter there. Gengar, and a Quaxly. That's kind of neat. I feel like every Gengar so far has come in a pack with one of its pre-evolutions. Alright, hey, speaking of which, there's a Ghastly, Darkrai, and Phantom. I almost said Pumpkaboo. Similar typing, same generation. Wrong Pokemon. Got an Iron Jugulus, Sinistcha, and a Trevenant. So yeah, at the very least, I think it's also good to have an idea of what a basic pack typically looks like for these, because you know what to expect if you're gonna be out trick-or-treating yourself for Coco. Ogerpon, Teal Mask Ogerpon, and a Poltergeist. Or if you're gonna be anywhere where someone's handing these out. I don't know which year I would say is my best. Maybe I'll have to do something like that, like ranking all the trick-or-trade booster bundles, Chandelure, Monkey Dory, and a Sprigatito. But I will say I really do appreciate that this has become a yearly thing for Pokemon, because it's always just really nice to see it. Got a Lampent, a Fezandipity, and a Pumpkaboo. Yeah, some of these packs definitely do feel like they repeat a bit. Litwick, an Okidogi, and a Gourgeist. Umbreon, and yeah, the packs are kind of like, we're getting too many packs off to the side, they're spilling onto the screen. Ogerpon, Pikachu, and a Greavard. And so now we've come to the final pack of the set. Let's get this open, and yeah, I don't think there are going to be any surprises in terms of holo Pokemon, but let's see what's in the pack. Houndour, a Fluttermane, and a Houndstone. So recapping all the holos, we got some of those Pikachu there, the Mimikyu, Gengar, Darkrai, Sinistcha, Fluttermane, the Okidogi, Monkey Dory, Fezandipity, and then Teal Mask Ogerpon. So got just about 2 to 3 of every holo in the set. It was really interesting this time around. Honestly, if I'm being honest, it's really kind of sad that like the quality of the cards just feels a lot less, less so than Pokemon. They smell very different, they feel very different, not as glossy, and then they kind of feel a little thinner. That's something that's kind of been happening for like the main sets as well, but obviously for like a little extra side thing, I think definitely just whoever they're getting to make these ones specifically, it's just not really up to snuff. I like the idea of the holo patterns, using a different holo pattern here. I think they look really good actually on some of the cards, though the fact that they're a lot thinner, I don't know how to feel about that. And then also, thematically, this one strays a lot more off the path thematically, being a bit more of like, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, or, second year of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet in general, obviously adapting a lot of those cards. We still saw a lot of the spooky Pokemon that we would see, but it just feels odd sharing the stage with Ogerpon and everyone else. So yeah, I would say that so far this isn't really my favorite, but it is kind of neat. But that's what you can expect basically if you're going to be maybe getting any of these, or maybe if you're thinking to have some of these to give out on Halloween or for Halloween, that's what you can expect. So let me know what you think in the comments below, what your favorite card of the set and the opening was, and what else you'd like to see going forward for the channel in future videos. But anyway, this is Gatorex. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all later.